My paper, I consider my paper as conceptual paper in terms of, I defined ethics and what ethics mean from an Islamic perspective. I went also to summarize theories, Western theories about ethics, and then I provided my own perspective to an Islamic, theory of ethics, you might say, or Islamic perspective of ethics. And then I went to specify also 3 sets of clashing values in the media, ethical values in the media. And I focused mainly on the individual right for privacy versus also the rights for the public to know, and how journalists and media professionals should or could really balance these 2 rights. And I also went into discussing media ownership, the issues of media ownership, either by multinational corporations, as we can see in global media, or by governments, by political parties, or political, we can say, sectarian interests, all of that, and how this is also influenced, how these are clashing values also between ownership and freedom of the press. And then I came lastly to discuss the widespread of commercialism, or we can say commercial news and all of that, and also how it affects social responsibility. The media has social responsibility also towards audiences. So how we can balance all of these, trying to bring some of the examples from real life situations, and also try to give an Islamic perspective. I believe Islam is the only solution for this. If we go to the principles of Islam that talks about freedom, individual freedom, and how individual freedom also can be also controlled, of course. If it breaches other person's freedom, then it should stop, because there should be responsibility that comes with freedom. And also we can say the standards, Islamic standards of social justice, that people are equal, and regardless of religion, race, ethnicity, all of these, and they are in our religion, in Quran, in Islam, they are, set. These type of standards are there, and economic also justice, and political justice. All of these issues with individual freedom, if we revive them, if we try to understand them again, and try to apply them into our work as in the media, and also maybe at the end of the paper, I said that all cannot be done unless we have ethics education. If we do not really introduce ethics in all curricula. It should not only, ethics should not be taught within religion. We don't even teach it in a part of religion in our curricula in schools. It should be included in all societies, because we need also to bridge a gap between informal education. Till now we get all our ethical values from socialization from family. We see your role model, for example, your mom, your dad. Maybe in society you see someone who is ethical and always try to think of other people, not the self. But we don't have it in formal education. So we need to bridge the gap between informal and formal education in terms of ethics education and character education. So we need also role models that we can look up to and then try to imitate. And I also in the paper, of course, I mentioned it, we have the example of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as he said, إنما بعثت لأتمم مكارم الأخلاق. He's there to perfect, ethics. So we have it, but we need also to personalize it, or try to live up to that standard. So these two processes should go together. We cannot have media institutions in which ethical standards are there unless we have people who can act ethically, who are educated, trained in order to balance all of these conflicting values and try to work for the benefit of others. This is, in a nutshell, what I tried to say in my paper.